All right, what's up? What's up? We're gonna go over today some of my areas. I'm gonna show you where I what I look for on getting basically some of my trades that I normally have. Today presented some decent spots. I'm gonna also show you where I wussed out of taking a trade just because the last couple days haven't been my best, and I've been a little bit too cautious, and sometimes that turns around and bites me. And yeah, towards the close of market today, it definitely bit me. Mainly because yesterday, I mean, I'm sure all of you guys know about this yesterday, and I was trying to just every time I was trying to take a reversal, I was just getting smoked right back down to the downside. So trying to catch a falling knife, and the knife got me. I got stabbed. Um, so yeah, that did not help in my mental going into today. It yeah, it kind of hindered me up a little bit. Um, but Yeah, let me show you basically what was going on. We had, as you can see here, PPI. We had a big red candle coming back down. Market basically returned itself right after open, and we just started crawling all the way up. We had the University of Michigan sentiment that kind of kicked off this move to the top side, and this is basically where I kind of start doing things. I will start flipping through. Usually, I'll come into like the 1 minute here and stuff, and kind of just see like what's going on. I roll through all these 100 ticks, 500 ticks. I don't use the 30 second. I don't even know why that's on there, but I will take that off. And I roll through these and see if I could see any patterns forming. I think a lot of people just get stuck on one time frame, especially like when you're in the middle of trading as well. You tend to get stuck on one time frame. And what I try and do is just look for a really basic like support and resistance pattern. So if I could see something like grabbing support and resistance, obviously you don't see it on the daily or anything, but I will look for like certain levels of support and resistance to where price might be bouncing off, kind of give me, some sort of idea of what's going on. But in the 5 minute today is kind of like where I really saw everything moving from and where I wanted to trade from. So what I'll do is, for example, I'll look for these zones, and I'm looking for zones of consolidation happening. So as we had this move up, like I said, I mean, on a large scale, I don't always do great just grabbing a piece of the trend unless I get it on like the breakout and I let it run. Jumping in, I don't do well unless I start seeing something form up like I did yesterday, but then it just kept wrecking me. So um, what I will do is I'll look into zones, see where I can find something. So starting off this 6 o'clock area, we were kind of just chilling in this area here. And what I will do, I'm sure a lot of you guys do this, I will see where price keeps bottoming out, and I'll make myself a little like range box here. And these are my zones that I kind of look for. You can see how they always kind of work out here in a sense of the center portion of this zone, and will add these little wicks in here. The center portion of the zone is usually where the price, I mean, is kind of bouncing around. You could see, I'll make this bigger. So we could see that, we had the overnight consolidation through here, and it came up after, we had our prints, things like that, and it just kind of consolidated. When I see this consolidation kind of come in, that's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes of it or something. I'll start making this range box. And what I'll do is I will wait and see if we get any continuation out of this range. So for the most part today, I was very hesitant because I got smoked yesterday so bad that I just didn't have the confidence in me to take some of these right away. And usually, what I'll do is when I make like a range box like this, I'll go into say like a 3 minute time zone here. Time zone, but I guess just a 3 minute start time. Well, you could do a 1 minute too. Actually, 1 minute might clear this up for us a little bit more, so you could understand what I'm looking at. And so what I'll do is you have to start getting, this is where you start getting patient and seeing things. And one thing I've started to do recently is put this clock here. I've been putting on, nope, don't want that, a 10-minute timer. And I just put the 10-minute timer on the top of my screen here. And what I'll do is, as soon as I start seeing kind of like a breakout here and any sort of movement, I just click on the timer. And I do 10 minutes just to kind of give myself, like within 10 minutes, I want to do maybe like, say 3 minutes of patience, or 3 to 5 of patience, waiting to see how this is going to play out. Maybe 5 minutes staying in the trade, because I have, like, I don't know if a lot of you guys have, I have a habit of, I see profit and I take profit. Once I see that it's kind of like I'm pretty good in the profit and I could take a couple trades that are pretty decent, I'll take it. I won't stick out this whole move. And that's kind of like what I was doing today. I was taking a couple profits, I mean, like I said, I got it back in the green today, at a green day, so I just took it easy, going into the weekend. Today's Friday. I don't want a red number. I want a green number just to give me some confidence coming back into the week. And all these little bricks just add up. So yeah, what I'll do is, I'll see this breakout here. We broke out, and this is usually when I start the timer. I'll wait. I'll see what it does. We broke back into this zone, and this is where usually when I see this kind of come back into this middle consolidation zone, I just, sit on my hands, because for me, most part, I think we're just going to keep consolidating. I don't know what it's going to do, so I will just wait until we get a breakout. We got a breakout here. Once we start getting this breakout, since we already had these two here that were right there, I look and always see, like, what is the price of these two candles here? This was 474. And so what I will do is I will wait to see what happens at 474, 475. Is the auction process going to accept that price and continue to go higher? Or is it going to start breaking that price and continue to go lower back into this zone and possibly consolidate like it did here? So when we came up to this price again, that's when, like I said, I'm on the timer. I'm going, what is this going to do here? And I'll wait and I'll wait. And then once I saw, we bumped up the price here, 483, I still wait. Came up again, 483, still waiting. When we get up past 483 and I see the 83s are holding, I'll get into a move here. And then, I'll take a piece of this move here and get out of it. I mean, like, as soon as I start seeing that they're not accepting price, like, that's where I say sometimes I have a problem of, I'll just bite this little move here and take, depending how many contracts I'm in, sometimes it's a $200-300 move. Sometimes it's a $80 move or something like that. Sometimes it's not that much, but I will just take a little piece of this section here. But the timer has been helping me to just wait and see what's going on, and maybe I catch the continuation of this. Today, being really timid on myself, even though I had the timer, I was just cutting them short. So yeah, so this was a zone that I saw today, this morning, that I kind of waited for a breakout of this zone. And then I will show you guys on the 5-minute here, the other one that I saw. Is this one here. I'm sure you guys could spot these two. Like once I start laying these out, you could start seeing these things. So this was the other zone that that I saw. I was same thing. I saw it forming up. I drew a box here. I waited. I had it around here. And same thing. I see that we, had what is this? 26, 23 here. We were touching the same area here. And oh wait, same thing. We were touching these areas up here at 26, 66 and a quarter. And what I'll do is I will just wait and see, like, hey, are we going to continue more to the top side here? Or are we going to break the zone here and go to the downside? And so, yeah, this was just a nice clean area that I waited. Go back to the 1 minute here. You could see, like, once I form that, once you find it on a 5 minute chart or a 3 minute or whatever, and you go to a 1 minute, you could see that. I mean, you could see the area. It's pretty clean, and you could see everything that's going on in between here. So yeah, waited for this zone, broke out, caught a nice little piece of it, and got out of the trade. That was it. That was pretty much my day. It started coming back through here. I didn't know, and this did not look like anything that I was willing to stay or get into. And I waited. I saw that it came back up into this area, and I did not know what it was doing in this area over here. So I waited, and this is where I hesitated, and this is where it kind of like kicked me in the butt. Here is we broke out of this area, and I didn't take it. I was really worried that since we came down through here, and I'm still in the thought process of the day before of having such a down day, even though if you look here, we were up, and both S&P 500 and the Nasdaq did have a green day. I was not looking for longs too much. I was just scared of them. So I just kind of hesitated on it, watched it go long, and watched it kind of start coming down again short. That's when I saw this other range here. This is the one that really kicked myself with. And that was this range here. I believe it was in the 700s here. Oh, jeez. I was taking a few small little trades through here. This is where I really kicked myself today. So I had this zone here that I was watching, and as soon as it broke, I was watching it up in like the 700s here, and it was I believe actually where the price was holding here, it was right around here, and I was like, I should just take one short and see where it goes, because with one short I have enough risk to play both sides of it. And I didn't take it. And I saw it break through here, and I checked, like a price action, and it really couldn't break back up through this price action over here. Still didn't take it. And yeah, I sat on my hands, and then I just watched this thing go. And once I see it go, I get FOMO, and I hate that part of it. That when I should have took a trade and it goes, but it's just part of trading. And sometimes you just have to trust yourself, and I didn't trust myself right there. And everything was giving me a signal to go, and I just didn't go. And yeah, this was a big trade opportunity that I mean, one lot on the NQ would have just been amazing on this trade. Crazy thing when I was like thinking, I'm like, I'll just take like a one lot feeler trade. So as soon as it broke, I would have took 2 lots in. So I mean, that just would have been insane. So yeah, missed out on this one. is what it is. But but these are the zones. This is the zones that I look for. Um, and as much as you want to say like, yeah, these are just all breakout plays. I mean, they happen every day, throughout the day. You just got to really look for them. Um, even let's see. Let's check this out. Actually, yesterday, did we ever get a zone yesterday? I never even looked because I was so upset. um, so there was the move. I mean, it was so wiki since the morning. Actually, I don't. This was just a straight trend day. I don't even think there was a zone yesterday. Usually zones form up pretty much every day, unless you kind of have a day like yesterday. Yeah. I mean, no, there's really nothing yesterday. This was just either a day to make a bunch of money or get wrecked. That was pretty much it. I mean, you could maybe say this was like a bigger zone here, but yeah, I mean, you could call this playing the range. You could call this playing just zones. I like saying these are zones that I play. Some people say zones are support and resistance areas. It's kind of what this is too, finding support and resistance of an area. But this is just a zone to me, and I'll scale in, scale out of this zone, whatever it may be. I could talk about that on another video, how I scale in and out of these zones, going into positions, kind of like I was saying here. Like I'll take a feeler and I'll scale into this position as it goes my way. And same thing, you could scale out also of a position too. Like if it starts going your way and you went in, like you had a good indication that it was going that way and you went in a little heavy in the beginning, you could scale out, leave a runner on, use this time clock and let that runner go and just move your stop loss. And yeah, I'll talk about how on another video too, about how I set up my stop loss. I don't really usually have a take profit, not really anymore. I want to see how far it goes and if it's going to continue or not. I'm trying to get better at that, like I said. So having to take profit sometimes also is something that would stop me from going on with a trade too far. But yeah, this is it. Today had some good setups for trading these zones, and good missed opportunities as well. But that shows you if you really go through the time frames and everything daily and look for these areas, you will find these breakouts of these zones. I don't use any special indicators for this. I don't do any of that. I do like to watch VWAP just because if I get caught in a trade like in between the VWAP area and I'm about to get out, usually I know you bounce off VWAP in the directions of where it's going. So a lot of times I'll just take a profit right outside there. Or if I know it's going to back up into it, then maybe have like a stop or something close. But yeah, this is it. This is the area that I try and keep, and I will keep these on my chart all day to see if we come back. Sometimes I'll move it around, see if we come back into a zone. Like this little area here was something where I saw we came back into a zone. And yeah, maybe we'll come back down here into this zone on Monday. But time will tell. So this is my little vid on how I set up my trades like throughout the day. This is what I look for, and just go off of price action and see if it holds price and if the market's going to accept the price or if it's not. And then that'll kind of give you a confirmation of if we're having that breakout of that zone or not. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and yeah, I'll get to another one of these same zones and topics on another day. All right, bye.